How's it hanging, folks? It's Wednesday night. We got NFL action tomorrow night, and we got a whole week to review, so we might as well get right into this with the Thursday night spectacular. The Miami Dolphins visiting your Cincinnati Bengals. The Bengals are going to defeat the Miami Dolphins tomorrow night, and I don't predict the game to be very close. It shouldn't be. The Dolphins, they're an improved team from last year, don't get me wrong, but the Bengals are still one of the top teams in the AFC. Next up, we have the Colts at the Jaguars in London, England, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Going to be a fun game, but the Jaguars will beat the Colts. I still don't trust that offensive line for Indianapolis. I still don't trust Andrew Luck. I'm also going to leave you guys a card or an annotation directing you to my thoughts on the Andrew Luck contract situation, because he doesn't deserve that contract, and he's shown it through the first 3 weeks of the season that he does not deserve that contract. They could bring Matt Hasselbeck out of retirement and start him, and he would still do better than Andrew Luck at this point in the season. So Jaguars win in London. Titans-Texans, going to be a really fun game, close game. This is really a very hard game to predict. I know that the Texans are now missing J.J. Watt for the remainder of the season more than likely, so it's going to be a tough stretch for them defensively, but their offense has the tools to carry them for quite some time. So, but on the other hand, I like DeMarco Murray. I like Marcus Mariota. I like the Titans defense. They look really good. They're an improved squad from last season. So I'm going to have to give the edge to the Tennessee Titans in this game. It's a really tough call to make, but I am going with them. Cleveland Browns at Washington Redskins. The Redskins pulled out a narrow victory against a Giants team that shot themselves in the foot last week. So pretty much the only reason why the Redskins won is because of the other team's self-inflicted wounds. And if they had to beat the Giants that way, they're not going to beat the Cleveland Browns at all. So I know this is one of the bolder predictions I'm going to be having this week, but the Browns will top the Redskins in Washington. Seahawks at Jets, going to be a fun game. The Seahawks are not the superpower they once were in the NFC, and the Jets, well, they're the Jets. So it's going to be a fun game to watch, a close game. But I do think that the Seahawks will be able to nudge this one out, maybe with a field goal at the end of the game to win it. Or maybe a shanked field goal. Maybe they'll get that Minnesota treatment from the playoffs last season. But I highly doubt that doesn't happen. But I do highly think that the Seahawks are going to beat the Jets. Bills at Patriots. Gonna be a fun game. Very fun game. Especially if the Patriots, that is, if they, put their money where their mouth is and put their balls on the table and start Julian Edelman at quarterback. Damn it. It'll be so fun. Even if you don't start him, okay? You don't start Edelman at quarterback. You put him in there at some point. There you go. Just put him in there at some point. It'll be so awesome to see Edelman at quarterback. But with all that being said, I don't have enough faith in the Patriots to go to 4-0. So I'm going to say that the Bills nudge out a win against the Patriots in similar fashion to the ending of the Seahawks-Jets game, perhaps, with a field goal or maybe even a safety, something shenaniganly like that at the very end. Panthers at Falcons. Falcons got a big win against the Saints last week on the Monday night, which was 2 days ago. I'm an idiot. But the Panthers also just got dominated by the Vikings. If the Falcons can have any sort of effort, even a tenth of the way that Minnesota played, they're going to beat the Panthers. And they have to have that mindset going in that they can perform a tenth of how well the Vikings did and win. Because the Panthers, they're a good team, but they are nothing like what they were last year. Nothing at all. And it really showed last week, and it's going to show again this week when the Falcons beat the Panthers. Raiders-Ravens, got to be another fun game. Ravens are one of those mysterious, how the hell are you 3-0 teams like the Eagles. But, it's very tough to think about this game because how the hell did the Ravens even get to 3-0? I don't know who they've beaten. I don't care. But the Raiders, they're still a good team. They're a team that I predict to be in the top conversation in, what is it, the AFC West, I believe. They should be in the top two. They probably will finish in top two at the end of the season, and they're going to go to the playoffs. That's just my prediction right now. So with all that being said, I don't think the Ravens are going to the playoffs. These 3 wins could be all the wins that the Ravens get for the remainder of the year. And with all that being said, I believe that the Ravens will beat, or excuse me, I believe that the Raiders will beat the Ravens in Baltimore. Lions, Bears, this is going to be a real fun game to watch due to how bad both teams are. But the Bears, they can't win to save their lives. The Lions are going to beat the Bears, and they're going to punch them in the mouth, give them a reality check. Maybe the Bears try to fix Jay Cutler. Maybe they bring somebody new in to try to fix that quarterback spot. Broncos, Buccaneers, fun game this is going to be. The Buccaneers are a good-looking team. The Broncos, they're really fun to watch. They are, with their legendary defense and Trevor Siemian, who's an amazing individual who can work magic. So, yeah, this is just a fun game. I can't wait to watch this game. It's probably my game of the week. That's why you're seeing it on your screen right now in the background. So I'll go Broncos here. I'm going to say that the Broncos win. Trevor Siemian, 350 yards passing, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception, defense, 4 takeaways. Rams, Cardinals. This is going to be a really fun game. We got a string of fun games coming up this week, and this is going to be no exception. The Rams are a really fun team to watch now that they're back in LA. And the Cardinals, they've looked subpar. And I think that makes it a lot more interesting to watch this game. They have not looked like the Cardinals that went to the NFC Championship game last year. So it's going to be a really fun game to watch. And the Rams are going to beat the Cardinals in Arizona. Saints at Chargers. This game is not going to be very fun to watch because both of these teams are bad to that point. But if I have to pick the lesser of 2 evils, I'm going to say the Chargers beat the Saints here. Cowboys, 49ers. This is going to be a game. I know that much. The Cowboys are okay with Dak and Zeke, but they're not going to have. They're more than likely not going to have. What's his face? That one dude, Des Bryant. They clearly don't have Tony Romo. So the 49ers though, they're such a jumbled mess of national anthem stealing sons of bees that they have no chance to make it to the playoffs in the next 10 years. Unless something cataclysmic happens like the apocalypse and they end up getting, the ghost of Randy Moss, Joe Montana, Joe Horn, Emmitt Smith, whatever Cowboys offensive line was back in the 90s, and the 85 Bears defense, and that's the only way they're going to the playoffs. And they still won't win the Super Bowl at that point, guaranteed. So the Cowboys are going to nudge out a win against the 49ers. Oh, my ankle just cracked. Oh, you might have heard it. That hurt. It really did. Okay, Chiefs at Steelers in the last Sunday night game or the only Sunday night game, but the last Sunday game of the week. And I don't know. Steelers just got dominated by the Eagles. The Chiefs. I've always liked the Chiefs. And I don't know. This is a really tough game for me to think about. In that case, I'm going to have to go with my gut. And my gut is really leaning toward the Chiefs. So I'm going to say the Chiefs beat the Steelers here in this game. Then your Monday night game, the game that I'm going to be watching very, very closely, my New York Giants at the Minnesota Vikings. Not a game that I'm particularly enthralled to watch, in all honesty. It's after last year's decimation that we suffered at the hands of the Vikings. I'm really not looking forward to this game. I don't think that we have a chance. I think that there's a really great possibility that we get absolutely dominated. I know that the Panthers got held to 3. We're probably going to get held to 0 if you really do think about it. But if I take that hat off and I look at it purely from a perspective of an analyst, then the Giants have a shot. Okay, when you look at it, all things considered, the Giants have a shot to win this game. Their defense is much improved. The Vikings offense really hasn't shown anything that's made me say, oh, wow, we really need to watch out for this specific aspect of the offense. The Giants offense is a high-powered group with a lot of functioning, moving parts. The only really cogs in the machine is the offensive line. The fact that Shane Vereen could be possibly out for the season now at the running back spot. Rashad Jennings, he's still an animal, but he's dealing with that thumb issue. He could be back. He could not be back. We could start Orleans Darkwa, who is a monster. I played a simulation of Giants-Vikings, and Orleans Darkwa had 4 touchdowns and 100 yards. Eli had 300-something yards and a pick, and the Vikings offense couldn't put up points, and it was 38-17 was the final score, and Giants. And I don't expect that to happen, don't get me wrong. But, anything... Listen, anything can happen in the NFL. All my picks could get flip reversed, and I could go for however many games there are this week, and I would probably shoot myself in the brain. But yeah, anything can happen. So I'm not going to rule it out that the Giants spank the Vikings or that we even beat them by a field goal. But it's going to be a really interesting game to watch. I advise you all to watch the Giants-Vikings game this Monday, regardless of if you're watching Monday Night Raw, which I will be. So I'm going to have a very, very, very stacked Monday night. And it's really going to kill me mentally. I'm going to be really out of it. I'm going to be really out of it. I tell you what. I'm going to be so tired going to school on Tuesday. I'll probably die. But, okay. Time to give you my actual prediction for this game. The Giants are going to beat the Vikings. The Giants are going to beat the Vikings. And I'm going to give you a score, too. It's going to be 17-14. We're going to beat them with a field goal in overtime after being tied up 14 since the second quarter. Both teams going to score 14 in the first half, and then there's going to be no scoring at all in the second half. We're going to go to overtime. The Vikings are going to turn the ball over on their first possession. Jerick McKinnon's going to fumble. Eli Apple's going to recover it, or not Eli Apple. Damon Harrison is going to recover the fumble, take it down to the 3. We're going to kick the field goal from there and win. Boom, bada boom. You got it done. Clean cut victory. Giants win, and they improve to 3-1. The Vikings fall to 3-1. There you go. That's your week 4 in the NFL. I hope that you all enjoyed. If you did, drop a comment down below. Let me know if I'm an idiot or if I'm a genius, which I am. Just throwing that out there. Like the video. I think I might have already said that. I don't know. Hit that subscribe button if you have not already. We're approaching 2,100 subscribers, and I really want to get there by the end of the month, which is only like 3 days. That's a really unrealistic goal, but I'll set it anyway. Why the hell not? Share this channel with all of your friends, neighbors, family, and dogs, with your girlfriend or boyfriend or anybody in your life that you think needs some education on professional wrestling, national football leagues, or video games. Just direct them here. You're going to have a fun time, trust me. So that's going to do it for me, YaBoyHobo. I hope that you all enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.